subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update. Hello everyone. Today on Lady Mary Beth, we are thrifting in Bellaire, Texas. Our first stop is St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Charity Resale. It is a hidden gem just south of the Houston Galleria. Come on in and let's discover some treasures together. I'm excited to discover a new to me charity resale in Houston. The Society of St. Vincent de Paul has been quietly serving the greater Houston Galveston community since 1871, and you're definitely shopping with a purpose. Welcome to St. Vincent de Paul Resale Shop. They're located in Bellaire, just past the Galleria, and always look in the video description for the address and the hours. I've always wanted to pop in here, and I'm glad to take you along today, where every dollar goes to help people get out of poverty. It is a fantastic store, and I can't wait to discover more. Fancy footwear is well displayed here at St. Vincent de Paul, and it's a great option if you're looking for special occasion shoes, perhaps something that you're wearing for maybe a wedding, prom, that sort of thing, because usually those shoes that are donated were also barely worn. And you will want to follow them on social media. They sometimes offer a brown bag sale. For the first 30 customers, you fill a bag with clothing, and it only costs you $40. Chaps Ralph Lauren. This top is $5.99, and you can definitely put that in your brown bag, along with a classic navy dress that is perfect for any occasion, $7.99. They do have a variety of handbags. Here's a Calvin Klein, and this would be great for every day. So many possibilities here. $10.99, and you can definitely just clean that up and make it shine. Nicole Miller, as well as the Calvin Klein, and some other familiar brands, such as Vera Bradley, which is very popular in the South. It's machine washable. This happens to be a diaper bag. Of course, you could repurpose it for anything. And especially if you can clean that up for $3.99, that is a great price. And now I'll give you a look at the rest of the store. Even though I'm not focusing on fashion, I definitely wanted to share a bit with you. This floor lamp lasted for about 30 minutes after it hit the floor. There was a very happy customer who walked out with that at $15.99. And if you've ever been to a box store, this would be well over $100 for something not even as pretty as this. It's definitely a good shopping destination. Here is great storage. Whether you place blankets or dishes inside, that would be a nice hideaway for just about anything. And it is $25. And I will share a tip with you as we shop today about how some of their donations come to the store. This is a mid-century Kenmore sewing machine, a brand that's owned by Sears. It has a long history of over 100 years. It launched in 1913 originally on sewing machines. And they have a variety of collections, knickknacks. It's definitely worth looking through. You may find something valuable or nostalgic. I remember in the 70s and 80s, you found lots of these ceramic pie dishes. This happens to be a blueberry pie for $4. And this is a bit of a French style collectible. Even though it is missing a part, you could maybe put a flower there and kind of change it up a bit and add it maybe to a cloche. And it is $5.99, it looks like. And always searching for that back stamp. This is an interesting box. It's actually a candle. You could certainly clean that out and use that as sort of a trinket box for $1.99. It's a newer item. Would add some interest to your decor. $3 for the dancers. I really like this. It's reminiscent of Lalique French crystal. You never know what you'll find. Here's brand new in a box for 99 cents, the letter V. Isn't that a great dish? And now you've got a gift for under $1 from Fringe Studio. A collection of chickens and roosters. These, of course, are very popular in adding to your kitchen decor. $4.99 for this teapot. And lots of companion pieces to go with that collection. This is a Dolce Vita. It's made in China from the Poulet collection. That's probably something you find at Kohl's. And here is a tray that you could use for just about anything. I love trays. You can never have too many, especially for $2.99. And speaking of trays, these are fun and party perfect. The melamine, or $1.19 each. And this rectangular tray I'm really liking. Let's change the perspective a bit. Flip it, and now it's perfect. Wouldn't that be great for outdoor entertaining for $3.99? Love all the vibrant colors. And let's see what we can discover over here. A familiar cake plate. My mother had this. It was such a memory of my childhood. And I do see this frequently. At $2.99, that's a great price. And in case you're wondering, this is actually made by the Federal Glass Company with that sunburst pattern. This is a surprise find. I wish I had taken it home. I did see another lady looking at it, and I think she's purchased it. A music box for $1.99. Let's take a look at this. It is from Ardley Elliott, and I saw this for $45 on Poshmark, this identical box. A beautiful shade of a gray blue and the plates there. I'm going to get back to that. I see many possibilities for table settings. Of course, I have to turn it over and look at the back stamp. And it is a familiar company, Lenox. Much of the White House china is actually made by the Lenox Company. I like the detail on the edge too. I think these are a deal. The Lenox French pearl beaded plates in the ice blue. They list for $20 each online, and here they are $1.49. Isn't that fantastic? And with a set of 4, you could certainly mix these with white dinner plates and alternate on your table, and actually have enough for 8 people if you blend it. Otherwise, you've got a place setting for 4 when you mix it with your basic white. A mid-century brass and glass compote. This fitted dish would be perfect for elevating something as a centerpiece, for example, a rose bowl, or you could simply place it on a vanity with some jewelry. It's an all-purpose item for $4.99. A familiar ceramics company. At $3.99 each, these were on display. You can tell they were placed on a wall with those plate hangers, a lovely morning glory pattern with that basket weave rim, and it is Fitz and Floyd. That's an excellent price. And let's take some time to look at this beautiful piece. Look at all the detail. A beautiful face with lots of information already. The anniversary clock is a great find for $3.99. It looks a bit mid-century, and if you see the clock face, it says Kahn, and underneath it gives us more information. Kahn und Söhne. Kahn and Sons started in 1937 in Germany, and they last made an anniversary clock in 1985. And underneath it says West Germany, and that means it was made probably in the 1960s or 70s. And anniversary clocks are also known as 400-day clocks. They have a torsion pendulum, and they keep excellent timing. And this glass cloche on top, you can easily take off to clean. Isn't that a beautiful clock face? Thrifting is always a good idea to find some art pieces to adorn your walls or bookshelves. And you can certainly take a piece to repurpose, whether you're buying it for the wood or the frame. It may have more value to you one way or the other. This watercolor is lovely with the seashell at $3.19. Where can you go and find anything that has been professionally framed? This piece is spectacular. At $8.99, you can't beat it. It is such an interesting piece that could be the focal point of a room. If I had an extra wall, I definitely would have taken it home. And here's another watercolor. Really interesting pieces. And as I'm in the store today, they're bringing out more and more. And it's also a great way to start a collection for your college kid. And oftentimes you go to a store like Hobby Lobby and you're going to pay probably $30 for something that's not worth too much. I would prefer to go to a thrift store and spend $5. Absolutely. That's a deal at $5.99. Now we'll see some beautiful dishes. I think we hit the jackpot today. Can't wait to tell you all about this find. Noritake produced the Rothschild pattern from 1986 to 2009. It's got a lovely blue border with pink florals. And this set is quite complete for $74.99, even with napkin rings. Isn't that fantastic? If this is your pattern, you definitely need to pop over, and if it's not, you need to go ahead and add this to your tabletop collection. They do have some serving pieces that are priced separately. A pair of creamers is always a good idea. One can be used for syrup when you're serving pancakes or waffles, and the other for milk with your coffee or tea. And this is a very southern and graceful pattern. I'm very impressed with the price, with the complete set, and this I'm sure will sell very quickly. And so many possibilities too with the colors. I just absolutely love this. One more reason to shop St. Vincent de Paul. Again, an amazing deal for $74.99 when this goes for $550 on replacements just for 8 place settings. And these are priced separately. The oval vegetable is $65. And I will tell you, originally, the serving pieces were quite expensive. So, anywhere from $29.99 and up. And of course, the creamer at $5.99 is a great deal. This is definitely a lovely pattern you could add to your tabletop collection or expand your existing pattern. Another glimpse of this sweet pattern. If any of you have this from your bridal selection, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And now we will see a very elegant look for your table setting. Another perfect pair. And I will tell you more about this collection. There are also 2 5-piece place settings, one on either end of the Hancock pattern from Lenox. That's part of their presidential collection with that ebony and gold rim and the raised pearl design. Isn't that gorgeous? If this is your pattern, that's a very fair price to add to your collection. The Cobalt Pyrex is perfect for pineapple upside down cake, $1.99. I remember when these were available at the grocery store. I don't think they make that color anymore. For under $1, you have a plate for Santa's cookies. And of course, you could fill that with cookies and bring it to a neighbor child, maybe in anticipation of Santa. And in that beautiful blue, we have some Chantal bakeware. The larger piece is $3.99 and the smaller one is $2.99. And I think that is a great size, especially if you're just cooking for 2. It is definitely a practical item. And ice buckets are great. Sometimes they're just so large. For $1.49, this is wonderful for your barware. And if you just had a few people over, wouldn't it be great to have a smaller, more manageable size in that bubble glass? I love teapots, and this one is actually a bit different at $2.99. Zojirushi. It is made in Japan, and it is actually a thermal can. It is well insulated and it keeps your tea hot for hours. Party Perfect Punch Bowl. I did see a lady looking at this for $5.99, and as she walked away, she muttered to herself, "I just don't have any room." And I thought, no, you can make room. This could hold your socks. You could do anything with it and move it from room to room in your house. Fill it with chips when you're having a party, fruit salad. It's very practical. A glass teapot, $1.99, that was actually made for a blooming flower. And here's another insulated thermal coffee pot, $2.99. And that's also Zojirushi, made in Japan. Thermal coffee pots are quite popular in Germany because in the summertime you will enjoy tea time al fresco. Although I have not seen a teapot in Germany that is thermal, this is something quite interesting that maybe I will take to our home for our summer trip. It's $2.99. It is made in Japan. It is a Zoji Rushi. We've got that great sticker that gives us the information, and this could be quite useful. This dish could be used for guest soaps or jewelry, just about anything. And it could be Limoges, it could be from Germany, but we won't know because I didn't peel back that sticker at $2.99. These coasters are collectible and you find them in many German cities at 99 cents each. That's really a good price. This one has a chip, but I do see some down here at the end, and let's see if I can find one that is in perfect shape. Okay. Third time's a charm. This one I will take home. München, Munich. A moss rose saucer. This is a pattern that was also made by several different companies. 99 cents. This is sweet. That looks French. At 69 cents. This one is older and it's actually more affordable. I think it has a lot more history to it. And 69 cents for this cobalt and gold rim is fantastic. And it's got a great back stamp. It's always worth looking at the back stamp for a bit of history. In this case, it's covered by the 69-cent price tag. We peel that back and we find that it is Theodore Haviland, Limoges, France. And this beautiful cobalt and gold rimmed saucer is from Bavaria, Germany. And saucers you can use for so many different purposes. You could place maybe a jam inside so it doesn't get on your table, syrup pitcher, so many great ways to use this, even as a jewelry dish. I wish they had the whole set of dishes. Isn't that a beautiful classic pattern? And here's a teacup. It doesn't match it, although it does coordinate. It's a bit crazed. At 99 cents, this looks to be very old. Come along with me to the furniture showroom. There is a piece that is bigger than a Buick that I can't wait to show you. If you've got the spot for it, you need to come on in to St. Vincent de Paul. Be sure to look in the furniture section of the store. It is on the left as you walk in. Easy to overlook, but definitely worth popping over. You might find the perfect piece to complement your home. This is great for storage, $649.99. A fabulous furniture piece, $649 in the style of Henry VIII. It is feathered or dovetailed. There are no nails here in the drawers. You can see that detail here on the side. And that could even go in an entryway if you had a grand home or a living room, a bedroom, great storage, a fantastic piece. Some affordable finds today that will breathe new life into my home and table. It's time to check out, and I wanted to share with you the items that I'm bringing home. The Linux Pearl plates in that beautiful ice blue. It opens up so many possibilities for entertaining. And the Munich coaster I will add to the collection we have in Germany. The anniversary clock is quite the find. Really special piece. And the teapot will be great for our summer outdoor entertaining with that thermal tea kanne. So excited to have this. Now let's see what we discover on the next stop. Glad you joined me today for St. Vincent de Paul resale. Delighted to run into a friend today. Narissa is quite the thrifter, and I'm glad that she popped in, and we might even have lunch together today. This acorn dish they put out after I showcased the store, and she has found another treasure.
Wooden beads for a future outfit, but for today I have a thrifted Trina Turk blouse and a thrifted Cole Haan purse.
And your beautiful necklace, is that
Yes,
thrifted as well?
This is thrifted as well.
Love it. Narissa is a great shopper. Our next stop here in Bellaire is AGC Resale. That's Amazing Grace Charities, where they take high-end items, offer them to us for deals, and all the proceeds benefit the community. Let's pop inside. Amazing Grace Charities was formed from the vision of Maria Cummings, a Houston-based entrepreneur who is moved by compassion, community, and commitment to make this world a better place. And her shop is definitely refreshing. McHugh is going to show us around today. He has done some amazing visual merchandising. It's like shopping a retail store with a Coach handbag. Isn't that amazing? And the prices are great. I know you're going to enjoy this shop. And some bold artwork. Isn't that fantastic? And there's even a Houston connection with this. And you'll notice it is signed by the artist. And I will tell you more about this. Those 3 panels would definitely brighten up a room. Welcome to AGC Boutique. There is so much to discover here. And first off, I find some original art by James. This is from the Art Box, used to be a local art gallery, and connected to the local Houston Bearings family. And it's listed at half of the paid price originally, and it's $449.99. And we have some interesting items in the case, including vintage glassware and a nativity ornament set for $89.99, beautifully packaged, and a handbag for the bride-to-be. Beautiful Kate Spade. This is definitely a special find. If you're looking for a unique gift for a bride, how about a Kate Spade handbag that she can carry around through her engagement? It even has a convertible clasp. Isn't that fun? And it comes with all the original paperwork, box, and dust bag. It's $250, and this sells for $400 on the secondary market. And Brahman, one of my favorite handbag designers, has a lovely floral wallet. $30.99. Most of their wallets are about $250 and up. This has the original pin and looks to be unused. This is a really neat piece, and it can go with any neutral handbag. New to the shop, a pair of mid-century opalescent vases. These have a crimped edge. McHugh's putting a price on them, $74.99. They are squeaky clean, and that is about half of the price you find on the secondary market. Saucer champagnes and that vintage etched glass at $6.99 each would be great for desserts. And now we'll discover other areas of the store. It's a neat shop, and you certainly can visit the McHugh Tea Room. I'll put that in the video description as well. So you could pop over to St. Vincent de Paul, have lunch, and then spend the rest of the day at AGC Boutique and discover some fashion. The boutique has many different rooms, and I can't wait to show you all the different items, and lots of great clothing here. The classic blue and white with pineapples. What's not to love about this? Let's step into this room that focuses on the men in our lives. I know you're going to enjoy this room as much as I have. There's lots to see here. It's a man cave here. Anything from a Ferragamo or a Mace tie to a classic Royal Doulton teacup and saucer. We've got lots of things to discover here, including a Tyrolean hat, ein Tiroler Hut. You find this around Oktoberfest in Germany. And of course, some people wear it for every day in certain regions. Let's take a look at some of the treasures in this room. The Heisey Lariat pattern. You might remember me showcasing a Heisey Lariat punch bowl at the Spring Antique Mall. And this one at $27.99 is a steal. It has a sterling silver overlay. And remember that a platter can be used for many purposes, including as a base for placing a vase in the center. And you could have so much fun with that. Looks like Neuschwanstein to me, that hand-painted castle on the lid of this beer stein, known as a Bierkrug in German. $19.99. You could pop open that lid and place some florals inside for a masculine look. Perhaps it could even be used as a pencil cup. And lots of different place settings in this classic Royal Doulton pattern. It is Monaco, and that pattern was launched, I believe, in 1987. Beautiful back stamp with a lion and crown. And that would be something more of what you would see at a tea salon in Europe. They usually have more of a masculine look on the table. I would maybe call it a regal look. A breakfast, brunch, or lunch setting. This is perfect. Has an Asian flair, $6.99 for that lotus plate. And an offset pitcher. Really nice, practical. You could tie ribbons around the handle. The Celadon made in Italy teacup and saucer is kind of a mix of something more modern and classic. Great placement of the napkin through the teacup handle. This reminds me of the Cadix Baccarat dish. I had to turn it over at $9.99. I don't think that it is, but it certainly reminds me of that. Very abstract design. And the ties. Love all the colors there. And I wasn't kidding about the ties. The Ferragamos are under $30, and there are also some Hermes. Really nice ties, something from whimsical to classic, and beautifully presented here. Get so many ideas for creating a space, even using the suitcase, for example. Love this room. And we have even a few more things to discover in this room, including my favorite metalware, Wilton Armatel. This was originally made in Pennsylvania in many different patterns, and it is oven safe. You can even put it on the grill. It's very purposeful and practical. And lots of different patterns. This sunburst is lovely. Wilton Armatel is one of my favorites. It was originally made in Pennsylvania. The company has since sold, and it's made in China today. So we can find some of the original pieces. You want to grab them. And this has the back stamp here that is part of the mold. That's one thing to look for. And this is $29.99 for the platter. And behind me, we have 5 different round trays, which I think would be great to use as chargers on your dining table. We have found the perfect gift. You cannot go to a box store and find anything of this quality and beauty for under $40. Isn't that a fantastic piece? It's a biscuit barrel, which is a fancy cookie jar. Of course, you could utilize this and present it in a myriad of ways. Even fill it with M&Ms or your favorite candle. A classic crystal biscuit barrel for $39.99. Look at those beautiful cuts. This is quite a lovely piece. And of course, you know the different uses. That could even be an ice bucket. Fill it with cotton balls for the vanity. Hook candy canes around it at Christmas time, or use it as a centerpiece. Love this item. They do have a lot of Avon items as well. Look at this butter dish. I think that is probably a nod to the colonial era. $16.99. Originally it came with soaps, and it's new in a box. I think Mike Brady has left his clock here. Isn't this a fine example of mid-century? Fabulous. There are also some mid-century touches here, including a General Electric clock. This is definitely from the 1960s, and it was made in Italy, and actually that would be the marble part here. It is $28.99. How about that? And it actually does work. Now I will show you a piece of furniture that I wish that we had found 2 years ago when my college kid was in the market for something identical to this. We searched the Dallas area, antique shops, thrift stores, didn't find anything, ended up at IKEA and spent $500 for something that will not stand the test of time. This would have been so much better. This shop is very well merchandised. It's kind of a cross between a thrift store and a boutique with a little bit of a department store mixed in. It's beautifully presented. We get some great ideas and fantastic items, like this table for $139, a drop leaf maple table. This would be a wonderful way to fill your breakfast nook. Vintage etched glass is always classic and stylish. This could be Cambridge or Fostoria. I will need to research the pattern. This would be a great platter for serving or a base for a centerpiece. You can do so many things with this. And they've got some wonderful finds in this room as well, including some Delft-inspired items. And lots to discover in this room as well, with some boutique items mixed in. We have a lovely dish pattern that I will show you, along with some elegant glass. And this looks to be Cambridge. It's absolutely a stunning platter, and some silver-plated tabletop essentials as well. Silver-plated hollowware is usually a great buy in thrift and secondhand boutiques, and you always want to look for a quality backstamp or hallmark. Gorham is a great brand. Toll, Reed & Barton. I would stay away from Leonard. That is usually not quite the same quality. And here you've got some wonderful pieces. Use Wright's silver polish and make it shine for $8.99. A lovely china pattern. This also has a bit of silver, you will notice. And a great way to add that to your tabletop collection with some of your silver hollowware. It also has a bit of a masculine look. And think of all the different colors that you could set on the table with the black, white, and silver. Goes with just about anything. You can always do some comparative shopping on your phone and look at replacements, eBay, and you will see that this is fairly priced. The Aran pattern from Lenox was made from 1991 to 2004, and you'll see that it has a double twisted band. Platinum rim. It was part of their debut collection. And they're offering 36 pieces for $279.99 with serving pieces priced individually. And we've got some patriotic items here. Always great for July 4th, America's birthday. And golf clubs, $99.99 for the special golf bag. Ryder Cup. And, you know, that's probably a really good deal. I'm not into golf, but maybe you are, and you could share your insight. And I'm going to show you the size of this because I don't think you will believe this. $89.99. I wanted to show you this cloche because you would have no idea of size unless I held it up for you. And this opens up so many possibilities for collections, for a centerpiece. Perhaps you could add bits of nature in it. It is $89.99, and wouldn't that be an amazing item to keep in a study or, as mentioned, for a centerpiece? You could even fill it with Christmas ornaments and interesting things. I'd love to hear from you about your ideas, and you may want to take a look at a previous segment where I tell you all about cloches. Another area of the boutique with some accessories, including fashion and jewelry. Even though I'm focusing on housewares and collectibles today, I definitely want to take a peek. Statement necklaces. I even see a bola tie that would be perfect for Texas rodeo season. And New Mexico Indian-inspired jewelry. And that is definitely worth a look. Complete with a dust bag. You often know the value of jewelry when you see the original packaging. Very artistic. Seashells go with everything, including chinoiserie. They're not just seasonal and not just for beach houses. I think that is a great deal in the apothecary jar. I always say look down below because you might find something interesting. And this is a first for me, a strawberry basket. Not the porcelain one you would imagine that Wedgwood makes, but an actual woven basket in the shape of a strawberry. And I love strawberries. Think about outdoor entertaining. This could be a centerpiece. You could even maybe put some flowers inside in a glass vase and then prop the stem here on the side. So many possibilities for this for your spring and summer entertaining. This quilt could be a wall hanging or used as a piano scarf. A stately clock that would definitely anchor your room. It is well priced and definitely something to consider. I'll tell you more about it. Add some credibility to your home with a wall clock. This one is absolutely fantastic. It's $99. It has been converted to battery operated because some of the parts were missing, but the clock casing is actually in perfect condition. And this would definitely be a nice piece to add to your entryway, dining room, or even living area. A touch of chinoiserie to anchor your centerpiece or home decor. Ivory porcelain, and these actually fit on a base. At $69.99, they would add much interest to your home. Great way to start the day. Look at these bright, bold colors. $32.99 for the tray that is vintage. And each of the parts and pieces are priced separately. You can build your own story here. I just love that. It's very European to have a breakfast set. A cheery way to start the day. The set of 4 mugs is from Goedinger, and they are priced right at $12.99 for this set. And you could pull from so many different colors here. And they've even given us an idea to use a handkerchief as a napkin. Isn't that fun? A colorful fan vase featuring butterflies. This is perfect for spring and summer. It is vintage. We will look at the back stamp. Made in Japan, 1,000 Butterflies by Ida. That is a great piece. For $19.99, a very fair price. I probably should have taken that home. And some kitchen essentials here. Very practical, purposeful, and some pretty items as well. You never know what you'll find here. Maybe even something vintage that reminds you of your grandmother, your childhood. That looks like a dresser set, and it is 5 pieces for $41.99. And that home interiors artwork reminds me of childhood from the 70s. Even got some embroidery here, reminding us to take time to smell the roses, $34.99. And some vintage glass. Look at these cordials, $9.99. They're sort of a blush color with an interesting stem on them. I do like these. And we've also got some Anchor Hocking Forest Green square plates, perfect for dessert or for placing a sherbet dish on top. These are fantastic at $3.99. Beautiful for $39.99. Look at that chinoiserie art. And some more fashion accessories and footwear. I look forward to coming back to the boutique to try on some of their fashion. $25.99 for a dress is definitely worth it. A lacquerware photo album. They get some amazing items in at $26.99, and they share a bit of the history of lacquerware. A familiar Fenton look with that hand-painted bell at $59.99 with great original packaging. And letter openers, another great men's gift. This one has the scrimshaw insert at $15.99. And an architectural element. That is also something a bit unexpected. AGC also gets donations from estate sale companies, and this wooden finial is definitely a decorative object, and it is $189.99, and this lists for $900 online. You definitely find some unique items and fair prices here at AGC. Thanks for joining me today for the tabletop decor and more in this Bellaire store. Sure had fun today popping into the 2 locations at St. Vincent de Paul and AGC Boutique. I'm taking home this strawberry basket because it is so unique. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Beth. Elevate your everyday with resale shopping.